we're here to answer some questions that Sullivan asked us. And so we're going to start with our names and majors first.
Yeah. Hi, my name's Jerwin Balon and I go to UCLA. My major is biology.
My name is Soledad Jaycott and I go to Cal State Long Beach. I'm a health science major.
I'm Angelina and I go to UCLA and I'm majoring in psychology.
I'm Jan Nabrita and I go to Long Beach City College and I'm doing nursing.
Alright, so first question. Describe your first days at the university.
My first day in college, it was more of just like trying to get adjusted to the new environment, and just getting to know all the students, or all the classmates that I had.
My first day of college, I was really nervous. Like, even past the first day, I was still nervous to go to school. And it was really hard adjusting to having a range of like either 60 people to 150 people in my classes and not knowing anyone. So it was kind of hard because usually in high school you're used to seeing the teachers that you've had for years and everyone knowing who you are, and then you're just a small fish in a big pond.
Similar to their experiences, I also had a hard time transitioning into college. I was undeclared at first, and so I was really lost. I didn't know what science major I wanted to do, or anything in that similar to that area. I also had math and science the first quarter, and knowing that I wasn't doing well in math to begin with, I had a really hard time balancing both math and chemistry. So, but what made it easier for the transition was just trying to reach out to people, more like the students who are in similar situations as me. So living in the dorms was really helpful. I got to know more people and get to know my university better. So, yeah.
Well, my experience was different from theirs just because I went to a community college where the student body was a lot smaller and classes were a lot smaller. I mean, around 40 students average. And like it was easier to connect with the like students around you just because the classes were smaller. So as long as you're a little social, you can make a few friends in class or acquaintances, and it's easy to like work with them and homework. And yeah.
How did AMA or CHAMS prepare you for college overall?
I think the main part of it was the study skills, because our classes seemed a lot harder than the other academies, and like now the way we study is different from other students. I think we learned how to separate the important stuff from the non-important stuff. Like, I know there's people that study a lot more than me and they still don't get it, and it's like I really thank our CHAMPS teachers for that, because it helped us kind of separate like what we need to know for the test and what we need to know in general. Like it helped us retain the information better too, and how to study, because I don't know how to explain it. It's just you learn how to study better and more efficiently there. So yeah.
Alright, so CHAMPS helped me become more involved on campus because they pushed me to become part of HOSA, and because of that it helped me learn how to reach out to other organizations, and that's how I was able to feel more welcomed in my college.
Even though I had a hard time transitioning to college, I was able to do a lot better than the people that were in my class who weren't prepared as well as we were when we were in high school.
In terms of like just going into UCLA and the classes, I know I had to compete with a lot of other students who were like just as academically empowered as I was, or just as smart as, you know, other schools. And that in that terms, it kind of like intimidated me in a way, because I knew they were coming from other schools that were really good too. But in terms of that, I felt like AMA helped me get in their same level as them. So I was really thankful for that, and yeah.
Okay. Did AMA or CHAMPS help you develop a professional mindset or in developing study skills for college?
Oh,
CHAMPS really prepared us to be more well-rounded, and the summer between junior year and senior year, we were pushed to do summer internships, which helped us be able to help out and putting, our own initiative into finding our internship and being able to work in a health-related setting. So that really helped. And plus, did we talk about HOSA?
No, didn't talk about. You can talk about.
CHAMPS is involved with HOSA, Health Occupation Students of America, and they HOSA itself really helped us learn to be more professional and to be able to network and be able to have like really good background with health professions.
And it also helped me when it comes to interviews, because a lot of our there were a lot of group projects, and because of that, we were able to publicly speak with confidence, and I was able to do that in my interviews, and in most interviews I made a pretty good impression.
Oh, for one thing, the volunteer opportunities that CHAMPS or AMA gave us really helped me a lot, because I know the hospital one where we volunteered at Harbor UCLA actually helped me choose what I wanted to be, which is nursing, and not just nursing in general, but I wanted to be a pediatric nurse or a neonatal nurse, because we volunteered at the pediatric emergency room, and that's what helped me know what I want to do. And then the whole professional mindset, what she said was good. The presentations helped a lot with how you present yourself in a professional manner, especially to employers. And all those volunteer opportunities look good on your resume. And I think that's how I got my job now at Little Company of Mary, because of all the volunteer stuff I put. But yeah, I think that's it.
Oh, also, just going back to that question with HOSA, we really learned a lot of professional skills there. Just the simple things like shaking hands, being really firm. Just trying to just make that initiative to talk with them and just introduce yourself, and have that professional manner in a way that you're always standing up straight, looking confident, just wearing professional clothes, and just all those little things really mattered today, and I think that's really valuable.
Yes, and being on time. If you're early, you're on time.
If you're on time, you're late. And if you're late, you're left behind.
Yes. Yeah. I still hold that rule to this day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really important. Did you have any fun at AMA or CHAMPS, and what's your favorite memory?
Yes! Being in CHAMPS, I honestly don't know how things would have worked out if I were in a different academy. I have the same friends that I had in high school. Being in CHAMPS made my high school experience really awesome. When I started college, I was just I don't want to go. I want to stay with you. I want to stay with my teachers and my friends. But yeah, CHAMPS is really fun. It was hard at times, but it all paid off. It was awesome.
My favorite memory is, it's kind of ironic because I like all the projects that we had to do, the big things like Salon and HOSA, because those were the times where we actually had time to really spend time with each other and practice and just do all those crazy stuff. And yeah, I had really great memories.
I would just have to say, I think just taking the same classes together in general, because you're with the same people for the next 4 years, and from then on they could be your really close friends, and to this day you still keep in contact even in college.
Favorite memory?
No.
Everything. Everything's fun. All the projects, the essays, the field trips, they're all fun.
The trips, the HOSA field trip all the way to Sacramento and Florida.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Just the trip going to Sacramento or going to Florida, they're just times for us to really bond, and just really fun. So, did you have any experiences in college where you had prior knowledge of a topic, book, or subject and could discuss with the professor? That's a tough one.
Okay, I'll go first. So I remember in Miss Sullivan's class we had to read The Kite Runner, and I remember writing an essay about that. And fast forward to college, one of my first English classes assigned The Kite Runner. So it was nice to just reread the book because one, it became one of my favorite books to read because of Sullivan's class, and two, because of my prior knowledge of it, like the symbolism, the plot, even watching the movie helped me. So I think in general, the materials you learn in high school, it could build a foundation for you in college. So yeah.
Especially physiology, because I took physiology and I got it. I mean, I think I would have done worse if I didn't take it with Ms. Totasi, because what she taught us actually applied to all my classes, especially like biology, the physiology. It helped me with because I took another biology class, and I took anatomy, and I took physiology, and all of that helped. Even sports therapy helped, especially with my anatomy class. So yeah, those science classes really help, and all the English classes help with my English classes now, with the whole essay writing and the organization skills that we learned from there.
I took an anthropology class in my freshman year, and it's basically like Anthro 120, and it's basically an overview of cultural anthro. And my professor was talking about a book that we read in Dr. V's AP Lit class, Lit class.
Honors Lit
Honors Lit class. And when he was trying to explain the book to everyone, I was just nodding because I actually knew what he was talking about because I read the book in high school. When the professor was talking about it, I actually had background knowledge to what he was talking about rather than my classmate who was just writing everything, like super confused.
What book was that?
What?
From Dr. V's?
The spirit catches you and you fall down.
Oh yeah!
That's the book. I'm sorry. I don't think I said it. But yeah, that book really helped when he was trying to teach us something in his lecture. And yeah, it felt good. It felt good knowing.
Alright. So next question. How prepared were you for the workload?
Very. Like very.
Yeah.
All those Cornell notes, that's how I study now, and it really helped. And just all the homework we got, and all those, because I remember getting homework from each class, and it seemed like a lot at one point, but now that we're in college and it's the same amount, well, for me it's pretty comparable to what we used to get, and yeah, it really prepared me for like or is it like splitting my time depending on the class I get. Yeah, on the homework I have. I don't know how to phrase it, but yeah, it helped me manage my time better. There you go.
Management, yeah. And also, it's not just that, but being in high school, the classes helped me write faster, write notes that were appropriate, read accordingly, like dividing the work.
Like, you'd expect to have homework, like, all the time, due dates all the time. But then in college, some classes, they assign less than Tuatasi would assign. So then so by the time, like, you get your assignments, you're like, wait, that's all I have to do? Like, when you're working on it, you're just like, wow, this is it? Like, compared to being really, really, really stressed out in high school, because, we're used to it now.
Just like the study tools too, I actually still use Quizlet for like to study vocabulary words and just like prepare me for like midterms and other exams. And let's see, just like studying for exams, I would say it's a lot different. It's a lot more different in college because even though the workload is like kind of less, it's still like a lot in terms of just like preparing for the exams, because that's where your grades are really dependent on. And just like preparing for like all those long studies, long hours of studying, Champs helped me because like we also had similar tests, like Mr. Tasi's 200 question test final. That prepared me, and yeah.
Or the essay writing
Yeah, essay writing. Ew,
in
stressful.
class.
Stressful.
Not the homework part, but the actual writing in class.
Timed writing.
Yeah, timed writing.
Yeah.
Okay, so what advice do you have for current AMA students? Have fun while you're in high school.
Yes, have fun. Make the most out of it. Don't feel like, don't take it for granted, basically, because you only go to high school once, and once you're in college, it's like, it's gonna make you miss high school. Even though college is supposedly supposed to be the best 4 years of your life, high school should also be the best 4 years of your life. So, yeah.
Also take advantage of all the opportunities that the teachers will give you guys, because like all those internships, all those volunteers, I would say like I still kind of use those extracurricular activities and like put them in my resume because like they're pretty good. Like especially in high school where you're like, oh, you did internships, you did volunteers in this hospital. So I would say really take advantage of those opportunities. And once you're in college, I would say just continue taking initiatives and putting yourself out there, especially on the first day of classes. Like you would want to be as social as possible to make friends, and like I guess it'll help you transition to the college environment better. And just like I would say also a big thing is join clubs and like join other extracurricular activities in college, because that'll also help you transition easier in college. And that's an easier way for you to make friends, because especially at UCLA, it's like all those big classes where once you're done with those classes in a quarter, then you don't really see them at all. So just stay in clubs, just like be out there, just do similar things that you would do in high school, like in taking those extracurricular activities.
Study groups really help because you're kind of learning off each other, and I think one of the best ways to learn is to know it well enough to be able to teach someone else.
Yes.
Yeah.
So once you know how to teach someone, then you know that you understand whatever subject you're teaching. And another thing for college is don't be afraid to explore. Like, I know being an AMA, like, it seems like you're paid to have a medical background, and that's it's a good thing because it's a good field. But if you're curious about something, just don't deny it just because you're an AMA. You were an AMA. If you want to take one class in fashion or anthro or like music, you can take one class and see if you like it enough to change. Just don't be afraid of exploring new things.
Be open-minded.
Be open-minded. That's a really big thing, because you don't want to choose something that you're going to do for the rest of your life and later on change, because you're kind of wasting it if you're not really passionate about something.
For those who are applying to colleges right now who are in science, like they're intending to be like a biology major, chemistry major, anything related to that.
Pre-med.
Yeah,
Pre-med
pre-med. It's fine, like, if you realize that it's not for you, because originally I was a biology, physiology major, and it didn't work out. And I kept trying so hard to, do it, because a part of me just really wanted to do it, but a big part of me didn't want to do it. So that really messed me up during college, because I spent 2 years working at a major that I didn't really want. So it's okay to change. It's okay if you're not feeling it like the first couple months. Angelina wasn't.
I switched majors like 2 times.
So it's okay. College is the time of your life to explore and experiment and figure out what you want to do, because if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I also like to add on to that. Your major doesn't define who you are. Yes. And if you're planning on going to grad school, your major doesn't matter. So if you're planning on going to medical school, you can do like
English major,
or you can do anthropology.
You can be an art major.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. As long as you do the requirements for med school or grad programs in general. I'm doing psychology and I'm trying to go into OT. And even though they're closely related to each other, it's actually asking me to take like sociology classes, anthropology classes. So it really doesn't matter.
So if you have any questions, you can contact us. Ms. Sullivan should have our emails. And that's it.
Yeah. Good luck in high school and college.